Hello, my name is Michelle. Do you want to be my boyfriend? Yes. Send me gift cards. Money, please. And that is about as realistic as the scam.
Did this man fall in love with an AI? Israel has sent his whole income tax check after being promised to see 10 times his investment by a woman he fell in love with online. But
I'm gonna stop you there. Goodness, look at the mouth. I need everyone to understand that I have to make this joke, alright? His name is Israel. His girlfriend is not Rail. Genuinely, you knew if you watch this channel long enough that I had to make that, alright? This seems like a classic case of pig butchering. I'm assuming, well, it's not assuming because he's literally said it. He's about to invest and, you know, get money back and stuff. He's not.
when our team looked at the images that Israel received, we saw something that we've never seen on our show before.
AI.
Let's see if we can get to the bottom of
I
this.
should give the vibe of
Real
AI,
quick,
to be
guys,
honest.
don't forget to
Go do
like,
that.
comment, and subscribe. Your comment and like could help stop someone from being scammed. Let's get into it.
But you already are. Is it just me that thinks that music was like unnecessarily loud in that moment? Guys, we need to tone it down a bit, all right? I've completely removed music from the editing process because, to be honest, I don't think it adds much to the my words. Sometimes, you know, like I put like funky, like awkward, funny music, funny in quotation marks, because it's funny to me, because I think it adds to the jokiness of what's going on. But for the most part, I've removed it. I don't even know if anyone's noticed that I've removed the music, but there you go. But I'm not saying remove it entirely, but just, can we lower it, please? I've mentioned it a few times in other episodes as well, but please, it's Okay, first of all, I can barely hear what's being said. So, the irony, is it ironic that I've mentioned turn it down? And quite literally, I can't hear a word this man is saying. But it's not quite literally, because I kind of heard what he was saying. Because when you have ears like this, I can hear ants walking. Good on Israel for turning his life around. I'm proud of him in that aspect. I'm not proud about where this story is going to lead, of course. But it's always great to see people turn their lives around for the better. But please, I think now is a better time than any to turn the music down.
It's taken me a long time.
To build up the manu. Shut the hell up right there. I don't know what I started rambling there. Genuinely though, I think it's the third time I'm gonna mention it, but the music is actually too loud. Now, I know the Catfish team maybe sometimes watch my videos. They've left comments before. But if you are watching this, David, Drew, hello, anyone else who might be from the team watching this, can we lower the volume of the music, please? Again, I'm not saying remove it entirely, but I can barely hear what he's saying.
We have barbecues with one another. We invite one another over for dinner. That's about it about me. My thinking on relationships today are 180 degrees different compared to my thinking on relationships from my past. Now that my spirituality has taken root, I'm looking for quality.
Okay.
And I'm not settling for less. I'm looking for my last relationship.
Technically,
Israel
you
was
did,
on the hunt to
but-
find a connection with a woman, but what he didn't know is that she would find him.
How I met Emily was like, I
Bro.
would get these random texts on my phone number, my regular text message box. Hey, how's it going? And I'm like, who's this? Oh, I thought you were so-and-so.
What?
calling me by
Ah.
a different person's name. I'm like, no, I'm sorry, you got the wrong number.
The
Well,
classic.
who are you? What's your name? You seem like a nice guy. And she's like, why don't we go on Telegram? I'm like, sure. We did a few video chats.
Okay, I don't know what she's doing there, throwing up some type of gang sign. I will not repeat it. But what is, guys? Again, maybe it's the fourth time. Either lower the music or raise Israel's voice. I can barely hear him. All right, but I want to make it perfectly clear that we've looked at some of these scams. Plug right now to the worst scam videos, right? We've seen before that if someone messages you randomly, right, can we take what they're saying with a pinch of salt? We've seen it in those videos where people message you, hey, oh, I thought you were this person, but then they suddenly delve into conversation. In a real life scenario, I don't think on my case anyway, when I've texted someone on the wrong number or they've texted me the wrong number, we don't then start striking up a conversation, right? Move on with your life. Everyone watching this, please don't fall into the trap of them being extra friendly and they've messaged you. But it's wrong, clearly. Oh, can we just talk anyway then? No, get out of here.
She has broken English. So I feel the reason why we don't do a lot more video chats is because I think she communicates better by typing. Well, when we first started talking, she seemed like she was really trying to impress me.
Okay.
And I was impressed. She told me she went to Columbia University. She said she got a master's degree.
I didn't even hear what university that was.
A district manager for Aritzia Women's Clothing Store in Manhattan. She gave me her address. She lives in an apartment building in Manhattan. She's also an investor, and she's really into finance, and she reads a lot.
That looks like editing.
Israel and Emily would chat every day. They talked all day in through the night.
I'm going to stop you there once again. I know I'm harping on about the music, but I have to, right? Because they watch sometimes my videos, I think it's a good way to offer up some criticism. Constructive, of course. I feel like more than ever in this episode, there is music being chopped and changed. Like, I think I've heard about 4 different tracks right now. Now, I'm not saying, of course, again, remove it entirely, because I feel like sometimes music can add to a scenario. Perhaps if it's emotional, it just builds upon it. But when Drew is speaking, for example, or when the victim is speaking and explaining their story, if we're gonna add music, we need to tone it down. And for someone soft-spoken like Israel, I can't hear him. So hopefully, they don't take anything to heart by me saying that if they do hear that. But let me know your thoughts about the music. I feel like this episode in particular, there is just more music than previously.
We would share countless photos and videos of each other to give updates on how their day was going.
I even told her about my the time that I spent in prison, and she didn't hold that against me. And I
Okay.
had even told her, I'm like, yeah, this was something that I was afraid to tell you because I figured it would scare you away. And she's like, no, she's like, I'm actually proud of you because you turned your life around.
Yes, what a
And I'm like,
kind
wow,
woman.
Thanks, I appreciate that, because it's taken me a lot of work to get to who I was to who I am today. Okay, she told me she's 5'5". She has a small waist. She has an ivory complexion.
Ivory?
She has long hair. She is fashionable with all caps.
I didn't understand a word there. Some bits trickled through. I heard him say she's 5'5". She started describing her waist. Apparently she's got an ivory complexion. What does that mean exactly? I don't have a clue. All right. I've heard of, ebony and ivory back in the day. No, but genuinely. I don't want to keep repeating that the music is too loud, but let's focus on something else. Her nails. Goodness gracious me. I don't know if that's, a typical length of a nail, but look at that one right there. That middle finger. She's pointing. If she pointed that middle finger at me, I'm gonna just you know, it's a gun. It's basically a gun. I'm gonna be pew pew. That shit is long AF.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
But it also looks fake. If we're looking at this right now, it looks like her hand and the phone just doesn't fit together, right? The phone looks real, her hand doesn't. Come on, Israel. I know you're probably at this point flustered AF because you've got the music ringing in your ears. But I know you're flustered that an attractive woman has approached you. But once again, let's cut out describing the waist, you know, ivory skin tone, whatever the hell that means. Please, everyone, stop it. These victims, no matter how nice they might seem, why do they list off attributes, please? Do the catfish team tell them to do this? Because if they're being told to do this, stop it. Don't tell them to do this.
She's classy. She's not provocative. If I had a list of things that I wanted in a woman, she would hit 9 out of 10. She's Buddhist and I'm a Christian.
Okay.
But she says she loves learning. And so we've talked about the Bible, the Christian Bible, and she's very knowledgeable. I asked her some questions only a person that has read the Bible would know. And she answered them pretty accurately.
Oh my goodness. Well, I think there was another episode where I don't know when this is coming out because I'm not going to spoil it actually, but I have filmed a reaction to the woman with the tarot cards and she mentions, you know, only a British person would know fish and chips. That's the same vibes. Get a grip of yourself. People can Google. I said it in that one. People can Google. Genuinely, once again, I need everyone to understand the creepiness that sometimes, most of the time, these victims display is quite concerning. He seems like an overall good guy, right? But when he says she's not provocative, does he mean she doesn't wear revealing clothes? Is that what you mean? I'm assuming that's what it means. Everyone can have their own preferences, of course, if you want to be with someone who doesn't wear revealing clothes. Again, it's your choice. But to say that, but then also, you know, list her as having a slim waist, you know, it just doesn't make sense to me. You're picking and choosing when you want to be on the provocative side, we'll say. Just.
Which.
Oh, I do that.
You know?
No, I don't know.
I tell her in a million different words how gorgeous she is, and she makes me feel the same way. She tells me I'm handsome. She tells me so many things to make me feel good about myself. She calls me honey all the time.
Wow.
Honey.
Nice.
And
no one's...
I call her everything in the book. Sweetheart, baby doll, my love. I would say that I could fall in love with her if I knew she was genuine, 100%. Okay, one time I had asked her,
fair.
I don't know who you are, and I'm actually scared to even be talking to you. I need you to send me your ID because I don't know if you're 16 or 60. You know what I mean?
Well, let me stop you there because I need everyone to understand that if you're trying to prove that you're real, definitely do not send your ID to anyone. I don't care who you are, don't send it because you never know. You could be hacked, right? Someone takes that picture, does a madness with it. Never send your ID, even if it's for non-malicious intent. I mean, what else would... I don't know what I'm saying some of the times, all right? The music is in my head. When I sleep, I'm going to be hearing... La, la, wa, ra, something. I don't know, man. It's all jumbling in my head. Genuinely, once again, it's just too much. But, again, I can respect the fact that he said, from what I heard, that he will fall in love if he knows it's 100%. But now I'm scared because obviously he's probably going to say she sent me an ID and it looked real. And then I fell in love. So forget I said that.
Because all I need is the federal agents come knocking down my door, putting me in handcuffs because I'm talking to a minor. Well, she sent me her driver's license.
Okay. Well, that's good of you, I guess.
And I mean, I don't know if it's a fake or if it's real, but I mean, it's a New York City, New York State driver's license.
Okay, that doesn't mean it's
The
real.
reason why I need y'all's help is because I got involved in Bitcoin trading with her. I
Nah.
was even hesitant because she had asked me so many times to do this because it'd be extra income for me.
Nah. I feel like this is a prank. It's like Ashton Kutcher gonna bust in. You've been punked, bitch! Whoa, Ashton, stop swearing at me! What the hell just happened there, huh? His voice got softer and, some funky beat just kicked in. He's about to start spitting bars. We might as well start spitting bars. It's crazy.
Because I told her about my goals, that I'm trying to eventually be debt free so I can have more freedom.
Emily
Nice, I
claimed
like
to
that.
be a successful Bitcoin trader living in New York. She helped Israel open up his first Bitcoin wallet by sending screenshots on how to download and set it up.
Wow,
In no
first
time,
of all, I mean, if she's sending screenshots, she didn't even put the circle properly. Can you see that? I've probably zoomed in. She didn't put the circle properly, so I would not listen to her because the Bitcoin symbol must be in the circle and it's not. It's outside, which means Israel should have gone outside with his handsome self and found someone in the real world.
Israel was ready to begin his first investment.
The first investment, she's like, yeah, let's do something small, and then I'll show you how to withdraw it and then deposit it back in your checking account. Well, we did that, and then like when the 3,000 turned into 5,000, the 5,000 turned
Yes.
into 10,000,
Yeah,
10,000
pig
turned
butchering.
into 15,000. I'm like, hey, let me pull out some money so I could pay off my motorcycle.
Right, I'm going to stop you there because I don't know too much about investments and trading and bitcoins. The only bitcoin I know is if I bite on a penny. Because a penny is all I have, realistically. I want to say that I don't believe it's a good idea to clear your debts by investing. I think that's totally against investments. I swear you have to have like stability to be able to comfortably invest and trade. Obviously, it seems as if he's trading well right now, but it's a scam, right? But in real life scenarios, which, I mean, technically this is, but you get my point when you're not being scammed. I don't think it's a good idea to be in a position where you have things to pay off and you're using investing as a means of, combating said debt. But what do I know? Don't take financial advice from me. I wear the same hoodie 99% of the time. So if you listen to me regarding your finances, then I don't know what to tell you. But I think that's sound advice. But take it with a pinch of salt. Take everything with a pinch of salt.
She's like, no, keep it in there.
What do you mean by that?
But just wait. And then it turned
You
into
wait.
30,000. And this happened over a few weeks
I think that's
duration.
fake.
And so I'm like, all right, well let me withdraw 5,000. I'll keep the rest in there so we can invest later, because that's what I needed to pay off my bike.
Let's invest
The
in some
BitGo app said we got an alert.
lower
We
music.
need you to deposit $4,999 in order to verify your wallet.
That's piss taking. Genuinely, that's piss taking. This isn't me having some sort of like Steam Deck here and I'm controlling the volume. I literally just said lower the volume. Let's invest in that. And it got louder. This is a prank on me. It must be.
And I'm like, what? Why should I have to
Okay, stopped.
put in money
No,
to get
it's
money?
playing
That's
again.
like the biggest scam in the book. But throughout all that, from the time that we started talking and up until today, like she's never asked me for money directly. She's
What is going on? This is the most chaotic episode. My ears, my senses. I don't know if you heard the car alarm going off, but the sound waves from the music triggered the car alarm. It must be. There's no other explanation. My ears genuinely are flustered, right? I'm going to title this the most chaotic episode ever, People are gonna click it thinking, what's going on? Everything is going on. Everything.
Asked me to send her money. This is where I was like, okay, this is what's gonna tell me if this is genuine or not, because she's gonna keep on asking me to come up with this money, which she has, but she hasn't.
After Israel reached out to us, we collected everything we could on
There's
this
still
website
music going
and
on.
Emily. He was able to
Bro!
send us her ID, the company she claimed she worked for, the website he invested into, and tons of photos and videos of this woman in these images. We started by running reverse image searches on Emily's photos, and after several failed attempts to find out who she is, it left us confused. But things began to become
She
a
gives
little
me
more
AI
clear
vibes,
when we took a closer look
honest.
at the images that she had been sending to Israel. Stick around until the end. We'll break down everything that we found out about Emily, and we'll even break down how scammers are using AI.
I mean, at this point, we're breaking down the earwax. Thank you. I don't have to clean them, flush them out now.
It's good to see y'all.
Yeah, good to see you.
That's a nice shirt. I
Really
like that.
quick, Israel,
Yeah.
we know everything about your story. We know everything. I
Okay.
promise. I know how she reached out to you. I know how you got into this. I know why
Yes.
you got into
He said
to this.
no.
We've sent all of our interviews to this team. They've ran all of them back. They pulled all the information. We just have like a few more questions for you.
So, you know, when she shared with you that you can invest money, at any point was it tempting for you to see that money in the account?
Yes. I told her, listen, now it's time for me to withdraw, because the whole point of me investing was to pay off my bike, pay off my truck, pay off my credit cards, so I could be debt free. I'm like, well, now let's make a withdrawal so I could put this towards my bike, because that's what I owed on it.
Just have a quick question. At any point when you were when you were sending funds and you were watching the funds go into the account, right? At any point, did Emily ever have you take funds out? Did you ever receive money back?
Well, that was the very, very initial thing.
Oh, okay.
That was the worm. That was the worm on the hook where she got me, because at first when she's all, yeah, just try it and I'll show you how easy it is. And we did it with $100, and I'm like made $120 off of it. And then she showed me how to redeposit it back into my checking account.
Well, we have a lot to go over, Israel, but Brianne, let's jump into the searches.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So the first thing I wanted to talk to you about is the New York State driver's license that Emily sent to you. What was just a quick run through? What was the story behind that? Why would she send you her driver's license?
Because
I mean, I have a criminal record, and I'm very leery of cops, federal agents, all that stuff. And so I have told her, you know, I don't know if you're 16 or if you're 60. Show me some proof of ID, because I don't want the feds banging on my door telling me that I'm talking to a minor. And so she did. And so she did.
Point.
And you know what I mean? The age matched up and everything looked legit.
Yeah. So when we got the image, it looked a little off. So we ran a reverse image search, and we were able to find the same exact New York State driver's license, but a template version. And so basically all of the numbers match from this template to Emily's. And so, as you know, a driver's license is unique and has your own number that stays with you your entire life. Why would there be the same exact number on a full
coincidence?
sample driver's license?
Okay, so I get what you're saying. And you know what kind of like blew my mind was she didn't ask for mine back.
You know what? We'll share this image with you, but the sample driver's license has a name Catherine on it. It's a sample made up name.
What is her name, by the way? I feel like, what was her name? Was it Emily? Or am I making Emily up? Have I seen Emily in my dreams? I don't know. But if Emily and her long ass fingernails actually appear in my dream, accompanied with loud, beats, oh shit, that's a nightmare. Sorry.
Like a Jane Doe.
Jane Doe. So that's Catherine.
Yeah. I mean,
Emily didn't even bother taking out the name Catherine underneath her image.
where?
Really? I didn't see that.
You're an idiot, man.
I'm gonna have to blow that up again. Really?
We'll blow it up for you.
Really? You're a fool.
Wow,
Yeah.
'cause I thought I looked at that license pretty close.
So she kind of opened up to you about her life and where she worked, where she lived. some of her family members. One of the things was the company that her and her uncle worked at.
Aritzia clothing store for women.
Correct. So my question to you is, with all these red flags that you had ringing off in your head, you saw the red arrow, you kind of were a little weird about her not asking you for your license.
Okay.
How come you never called that company to see if they worked there?
I mean, I wanted to call. I looked it up. I researched. I mean, I checked locations. I did some, and then I kind of like felt guilty too. I'm like, do I really need to be investigating this woman?
What
I mean, she seems...
in tarnation just happened there? Oh my god. The the thumbs up from him triggered, I'm assuming he's on an iPhone or something, and it triggered the thumbs up. If anyone's wondering what that is, it's not me thumbing up this video in terms of, you know, I like this I don't like this story, because we've got an introductory course at the Helen University open for Mr. Israel here. Yeah, I searched some things, but, you know, I...
pretty real and sincere. I mean, like, she seems educated. She seems, I mean, kind. Like, am I tripping? And so I kind of like disregarded looking further into the...
No, you're not
Aritzia.
And briefly break down to me how her and her uncle are a part of this company.
Her uncle is like a major shareholder.
Nice.
I guess he's part of the board of directors or something. But,
nice.
you know, like, this girl, she got her master's degree in business. She knows what she's doing. She's a director for this clothing store. I mean, it was impressive, right? And it was just like, man, I could learn from this woman. You know?
Yeah, you just saw all those bright, flashy lights and said, yeah, I want to be a part of this. There's no shame in admitting it, you know. I understand some people have a very negative, what's the word? A very negative, you know, vibe on people saying outright, yeah, I'm a gold digger. But if you are, then you are. Do you know what I mean? It's okay if you are, but, you know, I will probably still judge anyway. But in this instance, get a grip of yourself. You saw, oh, she's like crazy big in this company, but I need some of that. I need some of that. I need some of that.
I could learn a lot. She could teach me a lot. So my mind was trying to absorb everything she was bringing to the table.
Israel, we were able to pull.
That's me. That's me, Drew. Let's go back a bit. Slowly. That is me rubbing my eyes. Except physically I didn't. Because, side note, I actually don't like to touch my eyes if I've not washed my hands. It's a thing in me. What's going on here? Nothing's going on there.
We were able to pull the business employee directory, and we don't see Emily's name at all.
Yeah, he could have done that. But
I
what
already
research?
feel, like I said, I'm like 99% feel like I got bamboozled, but I'm holding on to that 1% that maybe there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
You are a fool. That doesn't even make sense. I tell victims, even if you're 50-50, to take the 50% that believes is not real and go off that. You said 99% you were sure that it's fake, but that 1% I'm going to hold on to it. Do you know, there's no logic in that. Please, Mr. Introductory Course at Helen University, man, stop it. Get a grip of yourself. Everyone watching this, can't stress to you enough that if something doesn't feel right, to the extent that you're 99% sure as well, don't act on it, please. Save yourself the headache.
Still, right now, you're holding on to 1% right now.
I'm still holding on to 1%.
Oh,
well, you mentioned that you were aware that she wasn't on the business directory. Did you ever confront her about that?
No, you couldn't give her an F, man.
No, because when she would just send me photos of her in her office all the time. Like, she would send me photos of 2 locations, her bedroom and her office.
So Israel,
we
just told you that the ID is fake. Her name's not on the registry for this business. Why are you still holding on to the 1%
University
right now?
Driver's license?
He's trying to basically not admit that he was a fool. Let's be honest here. It's Helen University 101. Never admit that you were being a fool. That Ralph Lauren, or Lauren, but I say Lauren, that Ralph Lauren shirt that he's wearing, knock that jockey off the horse. You climb on top of that horse, because you're clearly on a high horse here, and ride off into the sunset with Emily Israel. You are a fool. There's a meme that I'm trying. You are a fool. You are a something. I don't know, but it's Helen 101. What's that?
Is that 1% starting to diminish?
Okay, good.
Poison out.
I mean, for me, it's like I want the truth, and I'll do anything to get the truth.
That's such
We
cap.
got the truth. You ready for it?
Yeah.
These next few pieces of information that we have are
Love that blanket in the
eye-popping,
background,
and they
though.
will lead you down the path of the truth that you want. And man, let's just jump into these. But
Side note, but I genuinely believe that they are going for the vibe of the victims. You know how they film themselves like right up their nostrils? That's the camera angle vibe I'm getting from the Catfish team this time. It's weird that the victim is actually filming themselves better than the Catfish team.
for almost, I think we've been doing these videos now for about 3 years. Our search team wasn't able to find this woman in these
I'm
images.
getting a spot.
When we run images through reverse image search tools, we're looking to find the same exact image somewhere throughout the internet, whether it be social media account or a dating site. And in this case, there were no matches. And
I'm
we
interested.
noticed that the images all seem to be altered in some form.
What, completely?
Some of
or-
them seem to have filters, and then also we noticed that the head and the body don't match. There's an image of her, she's standing in front of a car, and there's no shadow.
Can
I
we
mean,
see this?
the image of her doesn't even match the background of the image.
Oh, in front of
Bro, what the? Surely, if you're explaining something, you would also show the viewers what we're supposed to be looking at. I would like to see this image where she doesn't have a shadow. We've clearly left that image in the shadows. What's going on in this episode? It genuinely, the title might be true. The most chaotic episode. I'm leaving it there. I don't care.
her Mercedes.
And then if you look at her
What's it
For
like
feet,
when
Mercedes.
you know,
if you
this-
look at her feet, she's like almost
Where?
like floating in the air.
Where?
It's, by the way, these are pretty decent photoshops, most
Yeah.
of them, but they just don't make sense. It looks like she's like dropped in front of this background of the Mercedes.
The lighting is different.
Yeah.
The lighting is different on her than it is on the background.
Yeah.
Yes, Seekers, we believe
Okay.
this woman in these photos is artificial intelligence.
That's crazy,
AI
by the way.
systems do not like hands. Look,
Oh, this picture. Well, I know this picture, but even still, right? That's my fault, right? I knew, or I wanted. What am I trying to say here, basically? But I don't know why I did basically there. If you're new here, yes, I rambled like a madman. Basically, what I meant by that was, first of all, I forgot that these were the images being talked about. But secondly, even then, let's have the image on the screen whilst they are describing it, just so that we can have a visual. It's just it's an ease, basically. It's easy to tell and follow along what's going on. Hopefully that makes sense. I mean, even right now, I can't even see her feet. I don't know if she's floating or not.
at most of these photos, we noticed that her hands were missing nails. When we compared most of the photos side by side, the woman is also making an identical facial expression. And her makeup looks exactly the same.
Maybe she just got Botox.
We also
in
think
it.
that the videos that were sent to Israel were deepfaked. For the first time in Scamfish history, we have our first artificial romance scam.
Yes, very.
We
concerning.
actually want to talk about the website.
The website is legit, by the way. It was created, let me go back. It
What
was
website? The codes?
created back in 2001. It's still active today, so it's been around for 20 plus years. We know who owns the website. The only thing that we found was that it didn't have the best reviews. It wasn't the most reliable.
What about my
No,
username?
no. None of that is legit.
I love how
So
he just
what this person did was they masked behind this real company, which is bitco.com. Judging by, you know, you not being able to get access to the website through a
Bitcoin.
browser and only through your phone, tells me 100% that this website that you've been using is fake. And not only that, what they did was they had you invest into Cash App. So basically what they did is they took this name,
It's just got
and then
louder.
if you look in the top left-hand corner where you type in the website,
okay.
it's missing IT. So it says Bigo. And they created like an off-brand version of BitGo. And basically what this is what's called a pig butchering scam. And Emily had you send money to her personal Cash App, to her personal Cash App Bitcoin wallet. And then from there, they went and fixed the numbers on your, profile on this fake app that you've been using. So none of that $30,000 is not real. You've been scammed.
See what he says.
Israel, do you know what a pig butchering scam is? Have you ever heard of that?
This, is he?
Yeah, I watched a video on pig butchering, and I was hoping that didn't happen to me.
Well, I mean, you might as well have just replaced that with "I am a stupid fool." Genuinely, you might as well have just changed what you just said. I gave you the benefit of the doubt, and I said you never heard of it, but apparently you have, and it still happened to you. So that's great, isn't it? Well done. Well done. Well done. Please, everyone, just because, or for example, you watch these videos, it can be my reactions, it can be Catfish's episodes. If you know that any of this exists, right? Romance scams, pig butchering scams, bloody email scams, just everything. It exists, right? Why wouldn't you exercise more caution? Like, he truly gives me the vibes that he thought, nah, it can't happen to me. Don't have that mindset. It can happen to you. Like, despite me making jokes and stuff, I know it could happen to me, which is why I take extra caution before clicking links, any messages I get, unless the messages are so blatantly stupid. Do you know what I mean? Hopefully that makes sense. Just because you know it exists, and just because you think it might not happen to you, it can. So, again, exercise caution. Don't be in Israel.
So basically, this is a type of romance scam.
What just happened
right?
there?
Yeah.
You meet someone.
Sorry. Is Brienne AI? I'm going to reverse. Am I in a car? Beep, beep. That's the sound of Israel's head. Beep, beep. Shut up. I'm going to go back there. What happened to Brienne there?
Basically,
so she speaks.
This is a type.
She looks down and then starts the script, right? We've seen the script in some previous episodes, like a tab at the top of whoever was recording their screen. That's what's just happened here. Let's be honest. Unless genuinely they watch so much of me that they are picking up my lack of capability in speaking the English language. If that's the case, I'm sorry.
Romance scam,
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
So you meet someone, they instill trust in the relationship early on.
Yes.
And then they present you with an opportunity to make money, to make profits, and they'll share with you a trading crypto site, so to speak, or an app that you need to download. And in the beginning, they'll create trust by having you withdraw a small initial amount.
Yes.
And then
That's what you did at first.
that's why I
relaxed.
asked you, because then they're building trust and you can see the profits and you were able to pull the money out. So now you're trusting that this process is working. And then after that, they'll have you keep investing. And later on, she'll never
Drew, he's
release
just
any of that
tired.
money.
So Israel, they do try to make it seem as if they're helping you. And then they also do make it seem like, seem as real as possible for you, because they're trying to extract as much money from you as they can. And the reason why this woman initially reached out to you was to get you to send money to her Bitcoin wallet. That's all it was. The numbers that you're seeing, the $30,000 on that app that you're using, they're just numbers on a screen. They're literally think of a calculator with $30,000. It's not money. There's no money there. It's gone.
She's just actually concerning me because it's obviously I don't know the ins and outs of technology, and I can't really understand how they are putting up such numbers on an app on your phone. I mean, don't be foolish now. I know, how, some type of coding, but it's crazy and it's concerning. I feel like we still haven't properly addressed the fact that we've used deep fakes. I haven't used it, FBI watching this. The TT do not partake in deepfake dildos. Just, I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Stop it. Get some help.
My point, we haven't really gone too deep, funny, into the deep fake. Like, that's really concerning. I've mentioned it before, that obviously as AI expands and gets better, we're going to see very, very better, in quotation mark, scams. I feel like we should be touching more on that rather than the actual pig butchering aspect, because we've seen that before. We've never seen a deep fake on this show. So are we going to get into that, or
showing you what you want to see?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you suggest I tell Emily when she texts?
No, we just...
I don't know. What do you want to tell her?
I don't know. There's so many things I want to tell her, but it's like...
Israel, I want you to just remember that you're probably most of the time you're talking to a guy. Just always get that in your head. Like, yeah, this lady hops on the phone with you and talks to you.
Oh, whoa. I saw the person texting name said Helen. Oh, it's Helena. Goodness, I've got Helen on the brain. That's something you don't want.
Lady hops on the phone with you and talks to you, but always put it in the back of your mind that you're probably talking to a male most of the time.
Yes.
It's not Emily, it's Edward.
Don't make jokes. I do that.
Well, Israel, I appreciate your time, man. Thank you. We're gonna reach back out to you and get you this report, and then I'll do another checkup on you maybe tomorrow or sometime early or later on this week. I think your story is so powerful, bro, and I'm so glad you were able to just switch your life the way I think I've probably talked everybody's ear off about you, bro. So this was a pleasure meeting you. Thank you for hopping on with us. Thank you for reaching out to us and trusting us to be able to even research this stuff. And if you don't have any more questions, we're going.
Y'all are the bomb. There's a scripture that comes to mind that says, "You will know the truth, and the truth will set you free."
Yes, I know that. I only know that because of R-Truth, the wrestler.
Time and effort, tremendously, and reach out whenever you can. I'll be here.
If you're looking to find out the truth about your online lover, don't hesitate to reach out to our email.
Go do that.
Share my story at socialcatfish.com. We can help you find the answers that you're looking for.
But you probably already are. I don't know if anyone's actually reached out to them who watch these videos. It's faded to black. Maybe that's what should have happened to Israel's eyes. Just close them. It's black. I don't want to see any of this. Turn off your phone. It's crazy, the fact that this could have been avoided if you just turn off your phone. It's weird and very concerning that deepfake is now a thing, and we've seen it quite literally. But I feel like I guess there's not much they can do if they can't figure out the original person behind the deepfakes, if that makes sense. But still, I don't think that was touched on enough, which is concerning because you can't touch a deep fake, but you get my point. I feel like we just glossed over it. I don't think we should. And I'm going to do it now. I think we should be more wary of deep fakes. We've seen it. I've seen it on Twitter as well, trending. Like, there's this concert of Lil Uzi Vert? I don't know. But people are photoshopping not photo, but they're replacing the actual artist with like different characters. Joker, you know, Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. I saw one about Drew McIntyre. You know, it's concerning, technology, how far it's coming. But do you know how you can combat all of this? Don't send money to anyone. That's it. And also, don't believe everything you see online. I could be fake. Ooh. I'll see you guys next time. The main take point from this: stop sending money and stop listing off people's attributes and being hypocritical about it at the same time. But also, of course, I want to end this by saying well done to Israel. I love seeing stories like that. Not him getting scammed, but him turning his life around. It's great to see, and I wish everyone else in similar positions, incarcerated or not, if you're going through other trials and tribulations, I hope you turn your life around. I'll see you guys next time. Take care of yourselves. Much love. Stay safe from deepfakes. And as always, the playlist is up here. That's it. Editing H here. I said that's it, but this is like a little Easter egg, right? Little Easter egg type vibe if you've made it this far. If you are watching the screen and you saw balloons coming across my face in the least erotic way possible, because how would a balloon do that anyway? The same thing of Israel putting his thumbs up and the iPhone triggered a thumbs up like emoji thing. It happened to me. The balloons came across my face. Why? I didn't mention balloons. I don't understand why that happened. But anyway, bye.